out by Alliance. They don't want to play into the IO again. Meanwhile, Navi, they're going to get rid of the Omni Knight, and I'll look for their next ban. And that's going to be Alina.
Oh, they left the Undying in the pool, Navi.
They did indeed.
And there's also a Chen in the pool. So we got Undying and Chen. What is it going to be, Alliance? Are you going to take the Undying now and give Navi the Chen? Because if they go for the Chen, we're going to probably see a Storm Spirit right after that on the side of Navi.
Yeah, that could be that could certainly be quite scary, that's for sure. Iceberg Storm, his favorite. Does monstrous things for that hero.
There's a lot for S4 to think about right here.
Yeah, he's got to break it down, get into that mind palace of his, and really have a think about what they want to do in this draft, considering the bans which have come out already. The options are on the table. Which direction do you want to take it in, sir? What would you like to see?
He's already going into reserve time. I want to see that Undying. They go with the Solder. Okay, that is like very interesting. Very interesting Solder pick. Because it's not normal for Alliance to just straight up draft a Solder like this. They normally pick Solder when they have second pick, not so much when they have first pick. And they're drafting Solder from second pick when they see like, you know, a Void or something of that sorts. But this game, they just picked the Solder. It could, like, it's like a 5% chance it's going to be a support, but this is looking like S4's hero right now.
I imagine so. And it opens up for the PA as well, so Navi are forced to take it out of their hands.
So Navi not going to go for that Chen first. They're just going to grab the PA. Don't want to give that PA. What the meta has come to. Just first pick PA. Don't give enemy PA. Pretty much what it is.
Yep, that seems to be the game. Take that hero, get them crits, smack some fools.
But one thing is though, like Alliance must have seen this coming. Like when they decided to pick Solder, they must have known that there's a chance Navi are just gonna take that PA. Maybe they left the Chen on purpose so that they giving Navi the chance to take the Chen and leave the PA in the pool, so they could have had Solder PA for themselves, and that would have been a deadly combo, right? Like you don't want to give a team Solder PA. So, but Navi, you know, they understand that hey, we could just get Chen after PA, right? We don't need to, you know, pick the Chen first and give them this PA and then play our game against their game. We can just take their game and play our game at the same time. Now, that could backfire for Navi, but that's their plan, I think. They still have the option to go for the Chen on the side of Navi side. They won't have a Storm in their draft, but I don't think they're going to be worried about that. Snapfire again.
Yep, going back in with the Snapfire. Clearly a favorite hero of theirs, and now Navi will take up the Chen as well. So they get their PA Chen opening. Meanwhile, Alliance with the Slardar Snap. I do like Slardar Snap. I think it's pretty strong. The two heroes synergize together quite nicely.
Indeed. They're quite nice. And this Snapfire could obviously be the mid laner as well here. I love Snapfire mid with Slardar. Just because of level 20 and level 25 talent. That is some crazy late game. And Snap is surprisingly quite good against PA late game because of, you know, the MKB and the Lil Shredder with their talents on late game.
Yeah, I mean, PA is
can
not
just get
like,
bursted.
Yeah, she's not like a super tanky hero. She doesn't tend to build that much tankiness. So when you do get that MKB and that huge burst damage from the Sapphire, it can really catch you off guard. So you're going to have to think about that and try and adjust accordingly if that does get into that situation for the side of Navi.
Yeah, that being said, though, the Snapfire, the chance of it being position 4 is less likely. It's not one of Hanskin's favorite heroes. He has played it with the Solder before. So maybe I think he was the one. Wait, was he the one who was maxing Lil Shredder with Solder? There was a guy.
There was someone, wasn't there? Yeah, that was a long time ago. You're stretching my memory here, Theban. But
it was last week. It wasn't long time. It was like last week.
Dude, so, I can barely remember what I did 5 minutes ago. I don't remember the last game at this point. DOTA has fried me.
That's the memory level of a goldfish. So,
well, you know.
I think it was him. I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, it was him. It was Hanskin. Nice. Last time he played Snapfire, he maxed out Lil Shredder with a Solder. So this is just like their combo or something. It's like massive amount of minus armor. That game they had Sniper middle and Dragonite carry for for Alliance, but I don't expect a sniper mid this game against a Phantom Assassin. That's for sure.
Sniper mid, yeah.
We don't want to see that.
Well, we could. Get yourself a Dragonlance, bait out the PA. Get yourself a. That's what I want to see. Silver Edge Dragonlance sniper. Let's go.
Dude, that sniper will die in one hit. It's like a support hero.
Yeah, but if you're invisible, you're invincible. In my experience.
This is not the 2K bracket, Nomad.
Oh,
just say.
Man, I was there. I was there once. God, well, I recalibrated in 2K like 2 years ago or something. It was really weird. I calibrated as a Crusader for some reason, and like I went on like a 20-game win streak or something. It's like I don't know why I went down there. I think I did really bad in my calibration games, but yeah, no, invisible was invincibility. Quite.
Where are you at now?
I'm 4.5 right now. Humble 4.5. I nearly broke Divine, and then I stopped playing because I was like one game away, and I was like, I feel like I've
well above average. That's well above average. You should feel proud.
It's all right. Yeah. Casters don't need to know anything anyway. At least play-by-play casters don't. We just see spell, say spell.
That's why I play like almost 9 hours a day when I'm not casting. So
cover my weaknesses.
I stay sharp. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Gotta make up for my other half.
Yep. It's just like lounging around, drinking pina coladas. Anyways, we got a Rubik and an Undying coming out for NAVI and Alliance here. So the Rubik, pretty good pickup into these, actually. I quite like it. You got yourself the lift, you got yourself the, more importantly, that long range cancel along with the spell steals as well. You can always steal more of his kisses if you see him. And yeah, quite like it.
The reason for this Rubik pick is always when a fly will play it, he's still going to be 5. And it's kind of like Chen is a 5 hero, right? So your 4 hero typically has some kind of disable, some kind of lane shove or something like that when you're playing with Chen. But always when a fly is taking that role because Roger's going to play the Chen as a 4. That's like the one thing about Navi that's different with all other Chens, right? They play Chen as a 4. So always want to play, we'll play the 5 Rubik. Now he can play in the safe lane or he can play in the off lane. I would like to see Chen obviously played with the PA and the Rubik played with the position 4 because they would typically have more synergy, right? We've seen that a lot in the current patch. And then now Alliance with this Undying pick. I mean, we were thinking they were going to get a first phase. Navi even banned Undying in the first phase last game, and this game they just completely ignored it, which I think is a problem. And they also banned Timbersaw. Like Navi is actually scarred by this Timbersaw in game 1. Like, why? Why are you banning Timber in this game?
Oh, don't want to play against that again. That was scary.
Yeah. I mean, if they pick Timber, that means the Sodar is going to be support, and you already have a PA Chen. Like, this is not a bad lane for PA, right? Against the Timber side. You can farm up the PA, you can just pick some magic damage hero later, and you can still be able to, you have the damage to kill the Timber. It's not like you have 4 strength heroes, right? So I think this Navi ban on Timber is a big waste, in my opinion. They probably should have just got rid of this Undying, because that's what, makes Alliance a strong hero, a strong team, sorry. Mm-hmm. They're really good with this Undying hero. And there it is, Void Spirit. That's going to be most likely the position 3. Obviously, Navi are going to flex this till the end because they have the last pick. They could possibly pick like a Beastmaster and put the Void Spirit middle. But General loves playing Void Spirit. That's one of his favorite heroes for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I like this hero against Sodar. In some ways, the Corrosive Haze is really good against Void, but the Yules for the Void can catch out the Sodar, especially in the river. Remove his sprint, stun him up right away, burst him or something. It's a pretty cool hero.
I want to talk about this Drow. They've picked Drow into Void Spirit and PA. What's up with this?
Yeah. So Drow has a timing where she is stronger than the PA, right? You can take all the tier 1 towers. PA can't really do that. Your third skill, the volley, volley of arrows, like they can destroy PA in the team fights as well. PA can't really evade those hits. And I think Alliance are just looking to put their early aggression on with this Drow Ranger, take the towers, play with the Tombstone, play with the Sodar minus armor. That being said, when PA gets big, when she has like this Deso, Battle Fury, BKB, Satanic build, whatever, like Draw's going to have an extremely hard time staying alive.
Yeah. That's going to be tough. Alrighty, well, we'll see what avenue they decide to go for next. But I mean, I do like that she's like, a natural hurricane pike builder, and the precision arrows go through the evasion. There's nice little things which make this matchup not as bad as it perhaps should be. Also, they've got a lot of defense here on the side of Alliance. They've got a Undying, which is going to mean that if PA does want to dive on top of this drought, she's going to find herself covered with zombies. And of course, you've got both the Snapfire and Slardar, which do have the ability to kind of save the drown one way or another, whether it's by stunning or cookieing or offering defensive spells her way. So yeah, I do want to see them get a support on Alliance. The position 4, I kind of want to see something a bit more utility focused. She's going to build that maybe medallion, force staff, that kind of thing. Cover those bases for this team. So I feel like that's what the drought really needs to Solar Crest, and force staff would be really strong for Alliance this game.
I'm feeling like they're going for a Dragon Knight though. I think they want to keep playing aggressively and going in. I'm not so sure they're thinking about like items, but more of like how to group up and create this ball that Navi can't break into on the side of Alliance. If you have this Dragon Knight who can frontline, and Undying can play behind you, keep healing you up, and the Jaw Ranger can play beside the Dragon Knight as well, that could be interesting, right? They banned the Invoker. Invoker would have been that hero who could, like you said, could buy Force Staff or Solar Crest and whatever, but they banned it out themselves.
Interesting.
So that's why I'm thinking this DK might be what Alliance are looking at in this draft.
I like doing that as well. There's some of the fun heroes which they like
DP
to rock
is good.
out. Yeah,
I agree. Maybe a bit more of a backline hero in some ways.
Alrighty, so they go for the
Snapfire mid.
For Earth Spirit, and Snapfire will be mid. Yeah,
Okay.
For Alliance.
I almost got excited. I almost got excited. I was like,
yes,
yo,
mid?
Earth Spirit middle? Earth Spirit middle? Again, I love watching Earth Spirit mid. It's so fun
me too.
to watch this hero just run around and create so much chaos. But then I realized what team is playing. It's Alliance. Limp doesn't really play Earth Spirit mid, so it's just going to be a post 4 Earth Spirit. And they're going to go with the Zeus. So when they play with Chen, when they play with Chen, they pick either Storm or Zeus. And it's like both these mid heroes can farm stacks, right? And they can get like this timing. Storm buys Orchid, Zeus buys Aghanims right away. And that's what I expect Iceberg to do. Get this Aghanims, get General to run around, make some fights happen, and then he's just going to drop the Nimbus, drop the ulti in the fights.
Yeah.
I actually love the Zeus pick. I think Navi are looking so good in this draft right now.
Yeah, completely agree. It's nice. I like Iceberg Zeus as well. This is one of my favorite Zeus players. This guy can just play either really aggressively, really greedily. Whatever his team needs, he is going to do for them. And I imagine this game we're probably going to see some pretty high-octane Zeus as he makes some space for V-Tune. So I'm definitely looking to see that and see if he can make some plays. But, Alliance, the draft isn't all bad. I'm a little bit worried about this drow now with the Zeus and the PA and the Void Spirit. These are 3 heroes which do very well traditionally against drow. She's got to work cut out for her, but it is Nico Baby. If there's anyone you want to be in a tough situation on the side of Alliance, it is Nico Baby, because he'll come through for you. All in all, these drafts, I think I'm leaning to the side of Navi a little tiny bit, but again, I think it's quite even. What you saying, Theben?
I'm going with Navi. I'm gonna go with them, Navi. Like, the way I see this is the PA needs to be shut down, but they have a Slaughter and an Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit can't really help shutting down the PA in this game. So the PA will probably have a decent game. Jaw Ranger is gonna need to really play aggressively, take all the towers and such, and someone on Alliance is gonna need to buy a pipe to deal with the Zeus, which is hard for them because they also have to deal with the PA, who does an incredible amount of physical damage. So unless they own the PA, buy the pipe, and Alliance snowballs that way, I think Navi's mid game, when they get that Nimbus out, is going to look really, really good.
Alrighty, let's get into it. Game number 2 in this best of 3 series here in the upper bracket of the OGA Dota pit. It is Navi versus Alliance. Who's going to take a second game? Well, let's find out. So we're going to have Always Want to Fly landing at the FNG. They're making some eyes with each other up at top. His general sits stationary on the hill.
Nico Baby, where is he at? Nico.
He's at bottom.
What you doing bottom? They're going to want to put the Jaw Ranger plus the Earth Spirit bottom, and they want to put the Slaughter against the Void Spirit. So they get that pretty decent matchup for Slaughter. And this way, the Slaughter won't get punished against this PA plus the Chen. I think PA Chen can own Slaughter.
That sounds strong. Yeah, that sounds strong.
Yeah. You got that blur, and you also got the spamming of the dagger. Roger's just gonna take a creep and run it at you. It's not gonna be fun.
Yeah, is blur enough to counter out Slithering Crush then? Sorry, the bash.
Well, it helps, but you know, it's more. That's probably like lower on the list. I think it's just the pressure of the dagger and the Chen creeps constantly running at you. That's gonna make it really annoying for S4. But now Nico Baby, he's gonna be in a trial in against the PA. This is how you actually shut down the PA. I like this. The only problem is if Navi don't get phased by this and they just destroy S4, that's gonna be a bigger problem. Then like PA can catch up easily, I think, compared to Slaughter.
Yeah, I agree. Vichin will be able to just sit in the jungle. And I can't see Iceberg having a particularly difficult time at mid against this Snapfire. I mean, we'll see what Limp's able to do against
him. He TP'd. He instantly TP'd up.
Wow, no hesitation there at all. Alrighty, well, they can probably make the movement as General always want to fly. Getting on top of S4, just throwing a couple of spells his way, giving him a bit of harassment.
Yeah, they have the Chen. He can always use his Divine Favor to bring a hero down. So they can't actually play the musical chairs game on the side of Alliance because of the Chen factor.
Yeah, that's true enough. They've got that ace in the hole with the Chen, so playing into lanes is kind of always difficult when that's the case. Meanwhile, General's going to make his way down to the bottom lane, and I imagine... Do they bother TPing Nico top, or they're just going to stay with this tri lane and try and pressure Void Spirit?
I don't think Nico wants to play musical chairs for sure. The moment he goes top, the PA will get TP'd bottom, and then it's just going to be like that. It's probably a lot better if the PA is laning with the Rubik. That's a much weaker of a lane than if the PA is with the Chen. So just going to play it out like this instead. That being said, no matter how I see it, S4 is going to have a tough time.
Yeah,
we're not going to
have
a tough time.
The dreamy S4 game, as we saw last game around this Slaughter, is probably going to be getting a pretty late timing on his Blink Dagger, but hopefully the rest of the heroes will make up for it. Dota is it's not a game about winning 3 lanes. If you try and win 3 lanes, then you're probably going to struggle. Got to win 2. That's how you play the maths.
Play the maths. Quick math.
Yep. Meanwhile, a couple of arrows being thrown at bottom, along with the decay. Hanskin wrapping around as well. General, a tricky old Tiger to bring down here, especially as he hits level 2, gets to dissimulate. Nice movements through, just walking into the creep wave when he knows he's about to hit that level 2, just to keep himself nice and safe. But the roll still connects. Uh-oh, General could be in some trouble. Pops the Fairy Fire, has himself 4 stick charges as well as he walks into the neutrals, and they will deny him handily. Great deny from General. No first blood today.
That was very solid. Yeah. That's what he had to do. And Roger, he can't really help him. He's out here like trying to de-war some of these sentries. Roger went like, oh, I want to stack this camp, and then just realized there's a sentry in there. Just locked. Alliance really understanding how Roger wants to play with his Chen. That's the one thing I really like about FNG. He is the type of player who always does his homework.
Yeah, he does. He does studying. And he always has these little ideas which you see apparent in his gameplay on how to get the best of the enemy team, which is fun to study. It's fun to watch.
FNG, Soneko, like I remember playing against these guys, and they're always like that. They always like understand your wards, where you want to plant them, what you want to do. It becomes like a mind game.
Iceberg at mid could be in some trouble. Hanskin's wrapping in. They don't actually see him though. He plays the trees beautifully. Is it going to make a difference though as Hanskin connects with the roll? Limp's there with the cookie. Body blocks coming across from Hanskin, and the scatter blast will put an end to Iceberg. And that will be our first blood. And that is a huge first blood of that as well.
Huge kill. Limp had a terrible laning stage last game. They won the game, but this game he's going to have a good laning stage with that first blood. We're going to see very fast level 6 from him. And Zeus, he's going to need to play very far behind so he doesn't get cookied into kisses, because that hero cannot escape from that combo.
Nope, it's too brutal. So yeah, Zeus going to really have to play on the back foot now. One thing else I want to mention here is that S4 has 15 last hits when General only has 10. Keep in mind, this is General who's getting tri-laned. And yeah, I mean, this is S4 doing much better than him and just kind of chilling by himself. I mean, sorry, General has the support. He has the Chen, but Chen's really not been helping him. He's been roaming around the jungle and kind of just leaving him to his own devices.
Indeed. I think it's okay for General. eventually they need to roam around an alliance, and it is also an undying, right? Let's be fair here. Alliance
True.
have the king of position 5s.
Talking about undying, he's living a dangerous life here. Oh, tries to go for the 0 creep soul rip, which doesn't work, but General's still gonna...
You want to cancel? General.
Pops the resonant pulse, pops the stick, doesn't have enough mana for the dissimilate. FNG could actually be the one in trouble as he pops the south, turns around with the decay, with the right clicks. These guys just ruling, and they're gonna walk away from each other. That's gonna be that. How disappointing.
That's a win for FNG. Because General is not getting experience while all this is happening. Nico Baby has a completely free lane, 22 denies.
Jesus. That is that was some goofy stuff going on in the jungle. Just two boys just kind of going at it, you know, sleeves rolled up, taking shots at one another for whatever reason.
Yeah, but one of them was just buying time. So it was the big victor. Oh, Iceberg, goodbye.
There it is. There it is. Hanskin going to help out with the roll in and the Monomer's Kisses to set up for Limp to easily get the kill on Iceberg. And yeah, the tilt tip's coming through.
Yep. I mean, all these pro players, they know who tilts in games, right? Because you play with them in matchmaking. You know how fast they can go from 0 to 100. So they just want to push some buttons on the side of Alliance.
That's why you got to go for the sponge strat. What you do is in every single pub, you just like act really toxic, get like super angry, even though you're actually a super chill person, and then the enemy team tip you instead of your more fragile teammates, and you know that you're never going to tilt, so it's fine. You know, that's the big brain toxic play for any new new players. Yeah, be as toxic as you physically can in pubs. Trust me.
That is literally the worst advice I have heard in 2020.
Thank you.
And I've heard some pretty bad advice.
Yeah, we're nearly 12 months in. I'll take that as a compliment.
Congratulations, Nomad.
Thank you.
You've achieved something great.
Had to one day. Meanwhile, S4 still chilling in the top lane. Doing great up here, though, honestly. Like, he's completely by himself, and this Fishy is fine. He's got himself 28-1. General, unfortunately, only at 12-1 after a couple of his... I mean, he's spent most of his game just running away from FNG. Does not feel good for him at all.
Roger I mean, this top lane is just not really a kill threat onto the starter because of the Rubik, right? So
yeah,
Alliance doing a really good job
Roger's wrapping in. They have killed Iceberg again in the middle lane, though, and down at bottom, General has to run away. S4 on the run. Roger trying to run him down. Doesn't have the ability to do so. These two supports just don't really offer any kill threat whatsoever. Even if they're roaming around together, there's just nothing they can do. And S4's just allowed to run away from the lane, which is kind of bad when you're losing your middle lane tower, you're losing a middle lane hero. You have to run away on your Void Spirit as well. Like, this is really not looking good for Navi this laning phase.
No, it's not. And oh no, Zeus, no. Not like this.
TP's back to mid. Hanskin is ready, though. He actually tanks up the roll, but Limp's going in with one of his kisses all the same. And Iceberg trying to run towards Limp, running towards the fire. And S4 is here instead. Right click's coming through, but no, beautiful. Beautiful Resonant Pulse comes out from General, redirects the cookie of all things. And now Iceberg, he's looking for the turnaround. He wants to bring down the Earth Spirit. Hanskin pretty low, rolls himself away. Iceberg really wants this Lightning Bolt, will not find it. Gets the ward instead, but still a happy boy as Lightning Mario survives the engagement. And, well, I mean, they do still lose their Void Spirit, but it's something. It's something.
Well, it would have been terrible if Iceberg died there again, right? He just died, he TP'd back in. If he died instantly, he would have felt like crap. So, General tanking it for his boy. But Alliance are making so much space in this game. The Zeus against Snapfire not working out, especially with Hanskin just being able to freely roll mid. They do lose the top tower on Alliance, but they also get the bottom tower with Nico Baby.
All things considered,
it's Nico needed
pretty good for Alliance in this game too. 0-4 is the scoreline, a 1k gold advantage. Sort of some net worth. We'll see Limp is chilling at the top along with V-Tune, but close behind is Nico Baby on this drow.
Quite surprising considering both carries had complete free farm, but Phantom Assassin still 400 gold ahead, and he's going for that Battle Fury. He's going to have a really good timing on that this game. I'm not sure how Alliance are going to be able to kill this PA because they're so focused on the Zeus at the moment, and the PA is starting to kind of blend in with the map.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the play is going to be. Nico Baby just throwing a couple of arrows in towards a Void Spirit. You dare come to this lane, sir? Get out, you fiend. But both carries have taken their opposing tier 1 towers. I'm fully expecting a Blink Dagger on Nico Baby, by the way. I reckon his build's going to be probably Hurricane Pike. Maybe not straight into the Blink, maybe goes Manta first, but definitely the Blink soon after. Navi looking like they want to make a play on somebody here. FNG might be the one who tanks this gank, which I think is okay. Yeah, they're going to lose the Undying very quickly here. But bounty achieved. Nico Baby's safe.
Stack.
That's worth. Oh no. Oh, they need to defend this with all they've got. Luckily, the PA doesn't have Battle Fury. Yes, there's no way for actually to bring down this stack. But
man, imagine if Zeus can kill Ancients. Oh, the dream.
Yeah, don't put that idea in Ice Frog's head. He might be listening.
That would be awesome for Zeus. Not for anybody else.
Not for anybody else in the game.
He's gonna get murdered.
Or the game in general. Meanwhile, always want to fly. He's basically just sitting here waiting for death in the middle lane as he's kind of, bye-bye. See ya. He was just trying to be an XP sponge. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, though, they're going on to Nico Baby. They're going to be able to bring him down. The magic damage between these two heroes is way too much for Nico to deal with, and he will drop. Iceberg actually TPing into the middle lane. This man fears nothing as he throws down the lightning bolts, just whittling away at the HP of these Alliance heroes as they try to bring down this tower, but won't be able to do so. They're scared away by the Zeus.
You know what? I think Iceberg is back. Like, he had a terrible, start with Earthsphere constantly rotating on him, but now with that kill bottom onto a draw, which was insanely huge, by the way, because the draw was showing down there because of this massive Ancient stack. And he couldn't just do it until the Undying came. They're going to actually drop the Tombstone here to kill the Ancients. Check it out. This is going to give a lot of experience. I want to see how much gold they get. Draw starting with 860 gold. Undying starting with 280. Oh, there's kills happening. But Ancients, though.
Yeah, also just some casual kills going on. Nothing to worry about. Limp killing always want to fly again, just popping some fools across the map. He's heading for a very, very quick Aghanim Scepter, by the way.
Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty big item, especially when you toss in the Earth Spirit. Or even the Slaughter.
Slaughter, yeah, he doesn't
need that dagger.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, this Ancient's play hasn't been looking too good for Zhao. She's only managed to get like 200 gold or so from it so far. Undying got most of it from his Tombstone zombies actually killing the Ancients.
FNG, you greedy boy. Yeah, Nico Baby taking his time over this. He's giving up. Yeah, it's a big waste of time for Nico Baby. Yeah, it's a big waste of time from him. Not gonna be too happy about that.
Stack was too big. And now PA, oh my goodness, she has it. Like what, 150 gold? That's a 13-minute Battle Fury on Phantom Assassin.
With power treads, that's scary, yeah. That is very scary.
Oh no. And they're gonna keep making smoke plays too on the side of Navi. They gave the Tome, I think, to Void Spirit as well. So he's kind of looking pretty good on levels now.
I'm fairly sure this might be a record Aghanim's timing though, like for Snapfires. 12 minutes 40 seconds was roughly the time which Limp got that. Like, I don't know if we've got any analysts in the chat, but someone get on that Dota and check that out, because that was extremely quick from Limp.
I think there was like an 11-minute axe, or was that Zeus? I think that was General Zeus. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, Zeus was jungling. Oh, and there it is. Rubik gets caught out by it. Always want to fly. Meets the wrath of the Gobble Up as a creep flies into his face, burns him up, and kills him off. We're not ready for that.
I've seen that movie. I've seen that movie for the third time this game.
Yeah, poor old always want to fly. Just wants to absorb some XP at mid, please. Sir, I just want some levels.
Honestly, it's not even that bad because Alliance exposed their smoke on this position 5 Rubik, who already fade bolted the creep wave, and bought enough time for his team to just get out on the map. So it's not bad. That was a pretty decent death for Navi. You're just kind of like a big creep, essentially.
Houndskin in no man's land right now. Jesus. Beaching, luckily just kind of walking past the Earth Spirit. They might be setting up for something, but Snapfire's pretty far away, so no longer.
Oh, you think Snapfire can't land kisses from there? Oh, You bet she can.
From here, maybe. Let's see it. As the Science is down onto V-Tune, here come those kisses. Over and ahead, they will call up FNG, but they just Phantom Strike away. V-Tune's just going to let himself fall. Meanwhile, Always Want to Fly also in some trouble. Once again, getting burnt out. The Magnetizer's onto him. Lim wants a kill. Will not find it. It'll go to FNG, actually. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, they're going to get a retribution kill onto S4 at the very least. So Na'Vi scrape up something from the floor, but they're not going to be too happy about how the last couple of minutes have gone for them. Losing their PA is for sure not what they want. Just as she picks up the... Oh no, another hero! What is happening? Oh, Alliance, they are doing exactly what they did in last game and just finding some timings, finding some kills, using this Snapfire along with some aggressive supports, just go and make a whole bunch of plays. And now Snapfire jumping in for that bounty rune right into the face of this Void Spirit. Void Spirit, though, going to pop a couple of spells in their direction. Always Will Fly trying to chase down Limp, has himself that Scatter Blast, wants to get in range for it and get the slow off. Can't quite do so. Limp just kind of slowly walking away. Only Brown Boost, but it's enough to get him out of danger. They just get the kill onto the Earth Spirit, and the Snapfire will get away.
They want the bounty really badly. At least Earth Spirit is the only one who dies. They do manage to get the bounty, and that's 3 out of 4 going the way of Alliance. Again, they're going to keep playing with this lead right now. There's something I want to mention to you. There's a combination that is very important that's going to make Navi's lineup really strong. And that is Always Want to Fly, stealing Corrosive Haze from S4. If he can get that this game, that's how Navi are going to explode and take over.
True. That is far and away the biggest steal of the game, other than maybe Tombstone. But even then, you're running a Drow and you're running a Snapfire. Stealing Tombstone's not going to be the best thing in the world, I don't think. Yeah, Corrosive Haze is it.
It's still good so that the enemy has to deal with it, but like Corrosive Haze is the one that you want, right? It's a 5-second cooldown. You can just throw it onto all the enemies. You're going to have the Rubik passive, so it's going to last even longer. And the PA is going to have so much vision in the fights to just jump targets one by one. Oh, Always On the Fly.
Oh dear.
4th
Rubik.
time.
There comes Scatter Blast to finish the job.
4th time we've seen that movie. It's literally the same plays. Yeah, he has 5 deaths, and 4 of them were exactly at the same place.
Yeah, it kind of feels like we've left the VCR on repeat today. But look what Drow's got queued up next. She's actually not even going for the Manta, just straight up Dragon Lance, Yasha, Blink. Like budget items, budget damage. Doesn't really feel like she needs the Heaven's Halberd just... sorry, not Heaven's Halberd. It's the General jumping in here. They're getting on top of this Earth Spirit. And he's going to actually get killed. However, Alliance may be looking for a response. They've got that high ground Tombstone down. This could be really good. And in come the kisses over on top. See you later, Roger. Though actually it turns their attention towards Void Spirit. The rest of the team deal with Roger that gets taken down by the Drow. Moving in towards Always Want to Fly. He falls as well. General's the next target. S4 on top as this comes flying through the fight. No animation apparently for the Flesh Golem. He just kind of T-poses through the engagement, lands on top of General, and they get themselves another kill. I'd like a replay of that one if possible. That was hilarious.
Undying ultimate flying in it, that must be the scariest thing. You know, like if you experience that in real life. It's like Attack on Titan. It's like that's what it, really that's what it looks like.
Wait, I want to watch it again. It's just the way it didn't like have any flailing animation. It just kind of like statically flew in.
That Tombstone, man. That Tombstone. Look, they're missing hits on the high ground. They can't. You just can't fight against these high ground tombs. Like it's just impossible because some of your hits are gonna miss, and it's gonna stay alive. Yeah. Okay.
What was that? He just didn't animate. He just T-posed his way on top of him. Oh, that was some artistic stuff from Alliance. But yeah, I mean, perfect Tombstone. FNG just realizing that if he can get in, drop down that Tombstone, then they can actually go for that fight. Because it looked like they were backing away. FNG was like, maybe it's worth me trying this. Pops his hood, jumps in, gets it off, and then all of a sudden they're like, alrighty, we got a show on our hands. And they rip them apart. Navi losing yet another engagement.
The one good thing is they did not lose the Phantom Assassin in the fight, right? So her net worth is still competitive at the moment. Drow did take over her because of that fight, but once they get this BKB up, maybe Navi are gonna look to take a team fight, or they can just bait Alliance in because Alliance is playing non-stop aggressive in this game.
Yep, rinse and repeat of game 1 for them. They just want to keep these kills coming and utilizing the fact that they've got all this gold coming in from the kills and all this pressure. They just want to keep it going. But
the difference between game 1 and game 2, though, is they don't have the PA on their team. The PA is on the other team.
Yeah.
They also can never count that hero out.
No. You also have Zeus, who offers ridiculously good high ground defense as well. So this game won't be ending nearly as quickly. You know, there's still lots of hope left in the game for now.
Oh, check out this rush. This is huge.
Yeah, this is massive.
This is huge. They got Nimbus just now. This could be the fight. Navi have a BKB. They want to go in.
They've got the tornado for vision as well. Jumping in. Look at the damage. They absolutely shred S4 and Nico, baby. Oh my god, they're gone. They are just gone. 3 heroes deleted from existence. Roshan into the hands of Navi.
Crap.
Alliance were not ready for that in the slightest.
Oh, Alliance, what are you doing without getting a pick first? As soon as that tornado came out, it gave so much vision. It was Fade Bolt, Dissimulate, Resonant Pulse, Zeus, Thunder's Wrath, and then the Nimbus. That's it. They just dropped all the AoE spells they had, and they just blew up.
Yeah, man. Zeus from across the map just doing so much damage. The Void Spirit just slams his face into the keyboard and nukes them all down. Wow. That was an absolute smashing for Alliance. Okay, Navi, they've woken up. They're here to play some Dota, folks. And they have just arrived into the series. Let's see what they can do.
That's all they needed, right? They just need... we talked about this game, the Nimbus. Oh, not, they got Nimbus on Nico
Getting
Baby.
on top of Iceberg here, but unfortunately Nico Baby's been jumped already. S4 trying to finish off Iceberg, but he's got a whole team coming over. They're going to throw in the creep and the Gobble up to try and bring down the Zeus, but it doesn't actually land. He's actually going to be able to get himself away, or Izzy Hanskid rolling through as well. FNG all on to the Zeus right now, and they will be able to finish the job. Lib's actually got himself a BKB, interestingly. That's not going to help them much as VTune comes through, gets on top of FNG. The big heel's coming out across though as VTune gets a Caruso's put on top of him. Doesn't really care though, he does not. Another hero going down to him as he brings down FNG, moving across now to S4. S4 turning around with the stun, Hanskid with the roll-in as well. Always want to fight, steals the roll-in, jumps back on top of them, and dagger across, but he's got the BKB off just in time, dodges the stun from the cookie, keeps on rampaging through this engagement, takes down S4, Hanskid on the run, General is chasing, will they be able to find him? He's got the roll to get himself back to the high ground and will be okay. But man, that is another big win for Navi as they take down the Drown, find a bunch of kills afterwards. Yes, they lost their Zeus, but that is absolutely fine by them.
For sure. And Sapphire, like you said, he has a BKB, but I don't know how much that's actually going to do. This PA has a Desolator completed in the next minute. And Drow dying back to back like that. Like, this hero cannot afford to get behind PA. Ever. And I don't think they got enough out of the map or like enough map control to just get back there and control it once again for Alliance. Navi are just going to take over this game completely from this point on out. And one more thing, always want to fly. Please take Corrosive Haze. He's playing around with this boulder. It's fun, but yo, that's the big skill, man.
FNG, bye-bye, Mr. Zombie. He's going to get taken down. Meanwhile, one of his kisses coming on over the top, doing a decent amount of work here as they'll be able to kill off Always Want to Fly. And on the cliff as well, they found General. And they're going to be able to take him down also. But Zeus doing a bit of work from the backlines, but doesn't really matter. Alliance have already taken this fight. They get themselves a bit of the map back.
Yeah, that was a good play for Undying to just get there, get that high ground to him again. Like, Navi needs to have a little bit more respect for this Undying and where they're fighting into it. Especially if you have an Undying player on your team, they can tell you, guys, don't play here, don't play here, don't play on this high ground. Like, let's try to fight away from those areas because we will lose those engagements as we saw just now. Even though the PA does have an Aegis, you don't want to be getting owned by the zombies.
No, you do not. Those zombies are scary boys. You don't want to get those slows coming out, especially with the Drow in the game. She will take full advantage of that and the vision as well.
All right, it was 22 minutes, Nomad. VTune had 22 minutes. Deso, Battle Fury, BKB, and level 18. This is a god mode Phantom Assassin right now.
Yeah, you let this kid farm and he will do just that. Alliance, they tried to put the pressure on, weren't able to do so, and now they're paying the consequences. And Netsfor is walking into his absolute execution here.
Execution. Yep, his head just cut right off. It's right in front of you, Nomad. S4 said.
I'm going to have nightmares about this. And now down to the bottom lane. They're going to take down that tier 1 tower. They don't have the creeps, so they don't need them. It's a tier 1. Who cares about creeps? Iceberg's going to go and do the dutiful word and take down this bottom. He's actually bought himself a blink dagger, which I love, by the way. I love this blink Zeus.
Yeah. This is going to be so difficult to catch now with that. Not only with the blink, but Alliance has to deal with the Phantom Assassin and the Void Spirit first.
They want to go with his Thunder God's Wrath along with the Nimbus. In fact, he just pops it straight off the bat as he walks into Fountain to try and give them vision, to try and make the catch. The roll actually connects from Hanskin. Hanskin seems like he's giving his life to get Nico Baby out. And oh my god, that was close to the Nimbus. He does just about finish off the TP. And it's going to be an Alliance get themselves away. So that's a Thunder Gods and a smoke wasted from Navi. That's a pretty costly miss from them.
It was, but it was a pretty cool play though, right? Like Wrath and in general just using double Astro Steps, hunting for Nico Baby. They want that +1 kill.
They're looking at Vichu, and they might have just found her. She does have the H. It just runs out. This isn't a good timing. Vichu actually going to pop a BKB, try and turn it around and give us team space to get into this engagement. Limp and S4, they need to stay away because they are pretty low. A roll across from Hanskin, going to look to re-engage here, but he's going to get lifted up and held in place. But now come the kisses over on top. Maybe they can get the first kill, and they will be able to drop Always Wanna Fly as they look for more, but he's going to get his head cleaned off by Vichu. Great stomp in from S4, allowing Nico Baby to do all the damage in this team fight. He needs to just drop a little bit more. General gets on top of him though, countering out his damage and doing a lot in response to Nico Baby, but now he needs to get himself way to assimilate. He's not done. General trying to stay on top of the Drows. The lightning bolts come through as well, but Zeus can't offer much more than this. He's got a Nimbus not available right now as Limp pump the BKB, turning around. FNG in some trouble as Always Wanna Fly, gets the vision on him, heals himself up, but it doesn't make a difference. Iceberg will lightning bolt him down, and now he's onto Nico Baby. The blink across the arc, lightning, he finds him. It's a triple kill for Iceberg, and he's looking for more as he gets on top of the Snapfire as well. They don't need their Phantom Assassin when you've got a Zeus. He gets an ultra kill for himself in this engagement. Iceberg is a happy man.
So happy, and Chen's just gonna bring him back with that divine favor. He's gonna get full mana, full everything. That PA, like he was TP back to base with 200 HP. Nico Baby sees that, blinks in, uses the multi-shot, gets that pick off. If that PA got away, and then Chen brought him back with full everything, I think Alliance would have been completely owned. But because they got that PA kill, it didn't look so bad.
Hey, buddy, they want to fight whilst this PA is down.
Yeah, there's no PA, exactly.
Three-man engagement. They don't have their mid laner. Do they really care? Doesn't seem like it. Iceberg trying to turn it around. Might be able to get FNG. No, he will not. The Hood helping FNG out a lot. Meanwhile, Hanskin, he's able to bring down Always Wanna Fly as well. 2 clean kills from Alliance there. A really heads-up play, even though they didn't have the numbers advantage, realizing that they can squeeze out a little bit more value out of these heroes, and they do exactly that.
Yeah, both Slaughter and the Undying both have hoods, right? If it's not for the PA, these heroes are not dying. So with the PA being down and Navi being overconfident with just getting an ultra kill and wiping Alliance, they just start hitting the tier 2 tower with these spell casting heroes and just kind of expose themselves. And now Alliance gonna get a little bit back. So that fight didn't look as bad as it really did for Alliance.
Yeah. And now we see Snapfire. She's got the level 18, moving in on 20, and queuing up that MKB. So we know what kind of game Limp is looking to play.
Needs that. That's pretty much going to be the only way they're going to be able to deal with the PA now. Jaw Ranger obviously going for very defensive items. Blink, BKB. Next item, Pike queued up.
And a smoke up from Alliance. They're looking for trouble, and they may well just find it. Where is the movement in? Now, I think they might have seen those creeps dying at mid. General pretty cautiously coming forward, and now jump in from S4, immediately followed up by the Gobble Up as well. FNG appears on his face, and General gets eliminated. A very clean kill from Alliance. Now they're trying to turn it into a little bit more. Hey, Roger, can they see him? Do they put their eyes on him? They don't. I'm going to go for the D-Ward instead. The Lightning Bolt now. They're jumping in on this one. S4 gets a 2-man crush off, but they need to get Nico Baby out of there because Vichun is just getting on top of the drown. She brings her down, pops a BKB, gets a kill, moves across, gets Limp as well. The fight's over before it begins for Alliance. Vichun has just taken out both of the big heroes, and now she's just going to clean through everybody else. S4's going to be the next target. He's not living very long. An ultra kill for Vichun in a matter of seconds. That was brutal.
As soon as that dagger lands on the Jaw Ranger, General instantly buys back because that's the one hero that they want to go on, right? If the Jaw Ranger, there's someone on top of her, she can only run. She can't turn around and fight back, and you're pretty much taking away, what, 14,000 net worth off of Alliance's board just by chasing her.
Yeah.
So,
and
very good for Navi to read that play and just go in with it.
The build's very interesting as well because it seems like she's prioritizing defending herself from the Zeus rather than prioritizing this Hurricane Pike, which might help her against the Phantom Assassin. And that's what ultimately cost her in that last engagement. You know, she could not get away from the Phantom Assassin. I still think BKB was the right option. I'm just wondering if there's something she could have cut out of this build to make things a little bit more efficient.
Yeah, what she needs to do is she needs to blink away from those daggers that fly at her. Because if those daggers don't connect, then the Phantom Assassin is not going to Phantom Strike in. because you can just walk away. But
Yeah,
now they're gonna
but-
get Roshan. So the way that Nico Baby was building was before they lost that Roshan fight, right?
Yeah.
So when you're ahead, you have a different build. When you're behind, you're gonna have a different build. But when you get behind after you were ahead, your build looks very awkward.
Looks very
in the
funky.
game. So
Yeah.
that's what's going on right now.
Always want to fly, just rocking up on the high ground, giving his team the vision to start this engagement. They don't even want to go for the Rubik kill, they just want to get themselves away, but S4 and AFG will not be so lucky as they get cleaved in twain by the double damage Phantom Assassin. Goodbye. Good God.
So much damage. That was so satisfying to watch.
Jesus
The Undying just dying from half health just from the cleave.
Yep.
Like what he got one-shotted from half HP for the cleave. That's pretty cool.
One hit and I'm die. Sad times for poor old FNG this game. It's now reverting to the high ground defense as his PA looking to do some damage, looking to take some buildings. They know they're strong. They know there's two heroes down the side of Alliance, and no one on this team is going to make themselves an easy target. However, Ultimate gets used by Limp here just to try and force out the side of Alliance. Actually, the Silence landing on the Void Spirit. He could be in some trouble. Doesn't really have... Oh, he's got a cheese. Never mind. He's good. Just baiting some stuff. Use your spells on me, he asks. Meanwhile, little Shredder stolen by Rubik. Probably not what he was looking for there, but it's something. Kills Tombstone at least.
He always when Fly just has to prioritize the haste. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Maybe he didn't really play like Rubik against Slaughter that much, and he doesn't notice that, like how much it will help the PA. But it's insane, man. You will remove all of Slaughter's armor, then the PA with the Desolator and her level 20 talent is just gonna two-shot the Slaughter.
Meanwhile, a jump in. They managed to get FNG up on the cliff here, so he's kind of just changing around up here. But meanwhile, V2 jumps in, destroys Nico Baby. That's your carry gone. Once again, Alliance have to back themselves away. Meanwhile, they will get FNG up on that cliff and kill him off. So, yeah, another just weird engagement from Alliance, which doesn't really work out in their favor, unfortunately.
Oh, BKB from Limp?
BKB pop as well.
Yeah, that looked like it was an accident.
Maybe, or maybe just scared of something. Mini zombie running around, having fun.
Not only that, he doesn't have MKB. He's not even close to it, and they're gonna lose the racks already.
Yeah.
Yikes! And the PA
This
is
ain't
gonna,
good.
already has a satanic. Like you need to have MKB before the PA has a satanic as well. And now she's already a satanic. She's pretty much unkillable. Chen, Guardian Greaves, Hand of God. That's like another 1000 HP gonna be added onto PA's HP. Cool.
Here we go, Mortimer's Kisses coming on over the top. They're trying to bring down V-Tune, start this one off. That's just not going to happen, especially without Satanic and the Aegis. And now they just jump onto the tier 4s. V-Tune fears absolutely nothing, and with good reason, as these heroes are grouped up and killed again. They're laying on top of each other, just allowing themselves to be cleaved apart. The Drow comes back to life. They will get one more chance of defending themselves from NAVI, but it looks like NAVI are well in control of this game. Alliance, it's going to take an absolutely crazy play for them to be able to come back into this one. I just don't think they've got it in them, but let's see. Gobble Up is ready. They do not have the Mortimer's Kisses. They do not have the level
Limp
20 from Limp either.
He just used buyback, so it really doesn't matter at this point, right? Because he doesn't have gold for the MKB whatsoever. Not only do they need to win the next fight, they gotta win the fight after that too.
It ain't gonna be easy.
Not at all.
PA is one of these heroes where you really like to try and kill off the supporting cast first and then deal with the PA. But when she's doing this much damage, that's really hard to do because she's gonna kill your team faster than the entirety of your team kills her team.
Your anger is useless.
Just gonna play it slow.
Yeah.
There's 5 heroes on Alliance's hill, and they dropped the repair kit. I think they're just gonna wait for the repair kit to run out and then go back in again.
Aegis
You
on
still have like 40 seconds
40
left.
seconds, yeah.
Yeah, it's enough time. That's enough time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. My Zeus has a refresher. He can just one-shot. He can one-shot the Drow maybe before he pops the BKB if Nico gets stunned by like a lift.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty brutal.
Yeah, let's go.
Game feeling tense. Thunder God's going to give them the vision. Are they following up? Doesn't look like it. Although they have found Hanskin. Hanskin kind of just chilling here, and he's going to get himself killed off. Not reacting to the Thunder Gods, his biggest mistake. As he's going to lose his life. Not coming back into this one. Avicii dumping forward, looking for the next one. That's Nico, baby. That's game, folks. That is it. The Cleave's coming through, looking very damn tidy for V-Tune as he finds himself the ultra kill to finish the game with everyone dead on the side of Alliance, and the GGs are dropped. NAVI take game number 2, equaling out the series and bringing things to a 1-1. And what a performance from them. Huge, huge turnaround. All it took was that one Roche engagement, that one misstep from Alliance, and NAVI, you know, they weren't going to waste any time in getting inside that Roche pit and getting that kill and just turning the game around.
Jeez, what a game. I mean, it's not even just the Roshan too. They just didn't get a big enough advantage in the early game on the side of Alliance, I feel like. They had to shut down the PA. She only had one death early on. She had to be way more pressured. They put a lot of pressure on the Zeus, which was great, but the PA is also a problem. They're equally strong, so you gotta really deal with both of them. That being said, I do think Navi's lineup was just so much easier to play and execute, where Alliance had to do so many different things. And looking back on it too, maybe he wanted to go for a different build than Aghanims. Sure, he got you 1 or 2 kills. I saw Topsin yesterday go for like Blink, E-Blade, and just pretty much shotgun people, which I think could have actually worked in this game. No joke. Like, I think PA could have been killed off just by the Snapfire before she gets to her items or something. Or you can save your allies, or you can try to go in and solo kill a Zeus. There's a lot of potential. Maybe people need to re-examine the builds for Snap. But other than that, Navi played well. They had the PA. They had a really, really solid draft compared to game ones, like how both lineups match up.
Yeah, it was solid as well. I liked what they were doing in that game, and Navi really just kind of turning up to the series. It felt like they got that Roche fight and they woke up and they were like, all right, cool, let's go. We can win this game. We remember who we are. We remember how to play properly, and we're not going to let Alliance get away with 2-0ing us. And they do exactly that. It's now a 1-1, folks. So that's going to bring this game into a third and final match. We are going to throw it to a break, and then we're going to be back with game number 3 of Alliance versus Navi here at the OGA Dota Pit. We'll see you very soon.